He's called the stimulus a plan, quote, an orgy of public spending. He's a Republican Senator, Lindsey Graham from South Carolina, putting into words what many Republican leaders would likely agree with. And on Friday, the night a compromise on the Senate bill was reached, Senator Graham spoke out against it in the strongest terms. And his sights were firmly set on the White House. Listen to this.
I think the American people have lost a lot more than $820 billion. What we've done is we've lost a young president's promise to change things. Please don't say this is change that I can believe in. And please don't underestimate how the public is pulling for you, but they don't like this bill.
A few Republican senators have already voiced support for the president's plan, but will any more follow? With us now from Capitol Hill, the Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. Sir, good to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you. Be with you.
Any happier with this Senate compromise, or it's something for which you still can't vote?
Well, if I went to buy a car that the House made and it had a sticker price, I wound up spending $7 billion more for the car. That's not a good deal. No, this is not a good compromise. It has a lot of spending in the bill that will not create a job in the next 18 months to 2 years. I got one test for a stimulus package. It is about creating jobs in the near term. I do not support a spending package to grow the government. There's more new government in here than there will be new jobs.
You know, at every turn, it seems that the majority and the president are working very hard to try to convince Americans that that isn't what's going on, that in fact this is job creating, that it'll help middle class people, it'll help folks in Elkhart, Indiana, it'll help people down in Southwest Florida when he goes there tomorrow. What about it? What specifics do you disagree with?
Well, number one, the spending in this bill for getting people to quit smoking or dealing with sexually transmitted disease has nothing to do with creating a job. There are tons of new programs created that grow the government, will not grow the economy in the short term. So shovel-ready projects, count me in. Tax cuts that will create jobs in the near term, count me in. There's just so much about this bill. $90 billion for Medicaid. Medicaid needs $11 billion to sign up new people. $90 billion. A $75 billion trust fund for the states with no strings attached. That's got nothing to do with creating a job. COBRA benefits. If you lose your job, you're eligible for federal health care through the COBRA program. Under this bill, the federal government would pay 65% of your COBRA premium, even if you were a CEO who lost his job and had a $20 million parachute bailout package. It makes no sense. It's unfocused, it's undisciplined, it's not timely, and it's not targeted.
Wow, how did this happen?
Well, it started in the House where a bunch of economists didn't write this bill. It started with the attitude, we won, we write the bill. Dave Obey and the Democratic appropriators in the House created a monster of a bill that really stunk up the place, and the public saw right through it. It came to the Senate. The compromise actually is more expensive than the original House bill. You've rearranged the puzzle a bit, but it is a bill that is unfocused, that creates a lot of new spending that will not create new jobs. And the public does like this president. He's a very likable guy, but his leadership here has been, I think, unacceptable, and his partisan rhetoric is going to make it harder for us to work together on banking and housing. And if you don't solve the banking crisis and the housing problem, no stimulus package will jumpstart the economy. We've just thrown new good money after bad, I'm afraid.
All right, we'll find out about the banking solutions as they are laid out for us tomorrow from Secretary Geithner. Senator, it's great to see you. Thank you, sir.